but I decided I would hop on and go live real quick and let you guys know what's on the way today. So I'm getting started here, and I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to show you guys in a second. When I went to the Punta Gorda show, I couldn't help myself, but I actually bought some new clippers that I wanted to try, and I'll get you guys a discount code if it turns out that you guys want to buy them afterwards. So we got that going on, and then also a couple other things. So I'm gonna see if some people get up in the room. I know it's super early, and if you guys didn't check out the low fade from yesterday, I hope you get a chance to do that. A lot of work went into that video. So, you know, and then of course, you know, people gotta drop some negativity in the comments this morning, which if they think it bothers me, it really don't. I mean, I really don't care. You know, I understand that these things are subjective, and it is what it is, especially when you do a low fade. You do a low fade, boy, you're going to catch some low shade, a lot of shade, because it just kind of goes back to what I was talking about the other day, man. Everybody's got to walk around like they're the baddest in the room, like there's nobody that could cut like them, like everybody's got all this ego. And that's why you guys can't get on stage, and that's why you're uncomfortable when you cut hair. Because you're afraid to make mistakes. And all you want to do is criticize other people. And you can't imagine that there was ever a day that you might have made one. He said, you're live in India. That's what's up, man. What's going on? Rajesh, thank you for joining. So, since you guys are in early, I'm going to show you what's on deck for today for the review. We have the UV double foil from Babyliss. That's one. All right. We got more. I know the single foil UV shaver was really good. So Fort Worth Barber Supply sent me the double. And then I bought this with my own money. This is Coco's newest clipper, which it's actually, I'm going to break it down, but essentially it's got a digital brushless motor, kind of like the Sabers. I was telling you guys, man, that Saber clipper, don't sleep on the Saber clipper. But probably the thing that I think is going to generate the most excitement for me, as well as all of you guys, is this little kit right here. Now, I know you've probably seen this pop up on your Instagram feed. Basically what it is it's sort of like its own blade. It's like its own blade that attaches to one of your clippers, and I believe that attachment is permanent. I mean, obviously I could remove it, but I'm saying, like, you're not gonna be able to take that blade off of that clipper if it turns out you don't like it. So it's a big curiosity for me, like, if I could actually do a fade with their blade and feel comfortable about it, and it doesn't get hot. I mean, there's a lot of question marks that surround that thing for me. So we'll see what it is, but essentially you should be able to do a skin fade right up to, say, like a number 2, and there's a couple little click levers, so there might be a little bit of a learning curve to it too. So for that reason, I'm not going to fault the company. All right, and the next thing we got on the chopping block for today is the Coco trimmer. And it says it's a digital gap trimmer, which is kind of interesting. I know what it means, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break all of that down to you guys as I do these reviews. So I also learned that I believe a Babyliss blade will fit on there, and I don't know why I would even want to put a Babyliss blade on there if that one cuts. If that one cuts well, I probably won't bother putting a Babyliss blade on there. But if it doesn't cut well, then maybe we will try to modify it and see what happens, you know, from there. So I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, and I'm gonna give you guys a good non-biased review. And I'm probably just gonna get started on that this morning. So then yesterday we went to Fort Lauderdale, and I taught a wonderful group of ladies at Flamingo Beauty Supply. So the only difficulty in this class is there was there was one student who spoke English, which was twice as many as there was last time. Good morning, Marco. Thanks for joining, buddy. But almost everybody there spoke Spanish. And, you know, I got this desire all of a sudden to try to learn Spanish. If I could talk more Spanish, I could have been so much more impactful. And I kind of left feeling like, man, I got to start to try to figure that Spanish out again. I would love to learn how to speak Spanish fluently. I mean, I know a handful of words, probably more than the average person who doesn't speak Spanish, but I just felt like the translation, it could have been so easy for me to kind of explain some of the questions that they had. And, you know, these ladies that I taught yesterday, their desire to learn, their passion to learn was very, very high. And when I get that in a class, I get excited. You know, I get excited to share what I know, you know, to them. And there was just this language barrier that I wish that I had the skills to get over. I mean, you're talking about, you know, not even a handful of words in English that they know, and I knew a handful in Spanish. But the cool thing was, Tanya, the lady who owns the place, who, by the way, she came to this country with absolutely nothing and made something very good for herself. So, you know, this lady's awesome, man. And, you know, they brought me back over there. She did the translating, and they did a great job. They have a training facility in Fort Lauderdale that is, I've been to a lot of training facilities, but I've never been to one quite like that. That one is something special. So shout out where you're at. What are you doing? You guys on your way to work today? What's going on in your life? And drop that in the comments. Have you ever used any of these tools that we're about to review? If you're just jumping in now, I'm about to go shoot about 4 reviews this week, starting today. So I'm going to be breaking them down one by one, and we'll get you guys out some opinions about these tools, and we'll see what's going on. And then the other thing I was thinking about was, it might be about time to do another roundup. You know, every single tool in the industry. So many new things have come out. I will probably start preparing for that again. And those videos take years off my life, man, because they're just, it's a lot of work to do. It is a lot of work to do. And you know, I've been traveling and doing stuff for YouTube and for Gamma, for Stylecraft, and for just you know, going around and doing all this stuff for a while. That, like, to be honest with you guys, today I'm kind of excited just to go to the shop. I mean, and I haven't felt that in a while. I got so many irons in the fire that sometimes going to the shop, like, it feels kind of like an inconvenience, because I got 1,000 things on my mind, and I'm thinking, like, you know, but today I finally am reaching the end of some of my travels, and I'm just kind of like excited to get in the shop, talk to some of my clients, shoot some of these reviews, hang out with the guys. I mean, this is something I need, man. This is something I need, and I'm excited to, you know, get in there. Matter of fact, I'm getting in there like an hour and a half early. Like, that's what's up. So also, I'll be able to get a head start on some of these reviews, and hopefully get these out to you. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be filming one of the coolest golf courses in Naples, Florida. So that's what's on the chopping block for tomorrow. We start another series of things, and you know, the video work, the editing, all that stuff, it never stops. So the UV foil that we got right here from Babyliss, when you first pick this up, you're gonna be like, damn, this is a pretty premium feeling machine. And it is. It's heavy. It's nice. It's got some good runtime. I don't know 100% what it is. I want to say it's something like 4 hours, something like that. However, it has that UV light on it, so it cleans off a lot of bacteria and stuff when it's not in use. But just a little bit of research into the UV light thing will tell you that I guess UV light is not effective when it comes to bloodborne pathogens, which kind of sucks, man. It would have been dope if we didn't really have to worry about it, if we knew that machine would be clean every time we put it away. That would be cool, but you know, essentially you're still gonna have to spray it. You're still gonna have to use care with it. And I probably should have brought a hat today, dude, because I was thinking about starting my haircut to test out some of these tools, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time to finish it or if a barber will get to the shop early enough to help me out. No clue. I was just sitting there. I woke up like 6:30 and I was like, let's get it. Let's go seize the day, because it's nice to know that I don't have to travel anywhere today, and the biggest ride I got to take is just to and from work. So that's nice. Now with this WesTech, I probably said WesTech. I kept calling it the WesTech blade. Let me see if I can open this up for you real quick with one hand. So essentially what you get in here is you get that little click thing that makes the blade go up and down. I guess you must get your own blade, where it should be in here somewhere. I don't really want to take it all the way apart because I'm driving. And looks like you could just attach it to a clipper, which thankfully I have many clippers. And we'll put it on an Instinct, and we'll see how it does on an Instinct, because you know, I think the Instinct clipper makes the most sense to try it on, because that is a clipper that is very predictable. Look, I got bed head still. That's a clipper that's very predictable. So, you know, it basically has what's called a vector motor, and what that means is it'll stay at 11,500 RPMs no matter what it hits. So if it hits a bunch of bulk, it'll speed up to maintain that. It never dips below 11,500 RPMs. So it's a very predictable tool to cut with, and I think it's going to be kind of fun to try that on the WesTech blade thing. So, and then I guess, you know, there's also the blur guard. So the blur guard, I've already done a review on that. They never sent me another one. Otherwise, I would have done more videos with that, because that's actually kind of a fun blade to use. It makes things easier. You know, it's kind of like when you get to that point in your haircut when you're essentially done, but you have a little bit of cleanup work to do. It's gonna be awesome. Jay Beats and Waves, thank you for joining, man. Top of the morning to you as well. I know we're getting after that live a little bit early today. And again, I hope you guys got a chance to check out the video from yesterday, the low fade. I'll tell you guys what happened and why. Some of you may have seen that once already, and then I had to re-release it. What happened was I accidentally released it, and then I just turned it off. I set it to unlisted, and then when I was ready to release it, I relisted it, and YouTube just killed it. It died at 100 views, so I knew that I had to delete it and repost it. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it's already sitting at like 1,100 views since yesterday. So it kind of hurts when you put, you know, like 10 hours into a video, and you do a lot of work. You literally drive to the shop, go out of your way, do a haircut, film everything, hire a hire a videographer, have an editor, do all this other shit, and then it falls short at 100 views. Like that really hurts. So, you know, anything you guys could do, man, to help me out would be really appreciated, man. If you guys could share some of the videos, click that like, and you know, just drop a comment, man. Drop a good comment, man. This morning I woke up to about, I'll say like 8 negative comments, which is fine, you know. At the same time, like, I understand why people do that. I understand why people drop negative comments. I do, because even if you would have went to the Top Notch Barber Expo, or if you'd have went to really any Barber Expo, you will see the majority of people are going around talking friendly, trying to network, which is what you should be doing at a show. But a lot of people are kind of like standoffish, not talking to nobody, looking at everybody that is competing and probably criticizing them in their mind. And I get it, man, because we're supposed to criticize the work we do. Our job is a very judgmental job. You know, we look at it and we are the judge of when it is complete or not. And for some people, it does not look complete when you look at it. So I get it, but then the other side of it is it's as subjective as a painting. You might look at a Rembrandt and think, what was this guy thinking when he painted this? This is terrible. I could do better. Of course you couldn't. But you would look at it and probably judge it, right? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? But it's subjective, you know? But then there's also the pride element to people. They what's up, Wavy Cuts? Thanks for joining. They gotta walk around like they're the best in the room. You tell a story, they got one better. They gotta walk around with that chip on their shoulder. They gotta act like they got everything all figured out in life and you don't. And you know, I don't know if it's age or what it is, but as you get older, that shit don't matter. It don't matter. I don't feel like I have to be the best at everything I do. I don't care. I mean, I really don't care. I'm out here. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do my thing. And at the end of the day, I'm going to wake up happy regardless if other people are not. You know, if you want to throw shade on the videos, if you want to throw shade on me, if you want to throw, I don't care. I trust me, I'm not losing any sleep. I slept great last night and I did not think about you. You know, and I encourage you guys to do the same. At a certain point, that ego that you walk around with, it's going to hold you back. Wavy Cut said, keep doing you, fam. We love your videos. Misery loves company. That's what negative shit is all about at the end of the day. And absolutely, you're right, man. It's funny how sometimes too, like I noticed like years ago, I used to, damn, I just got a notification. 9 killed on the beach. I don't know what the hell happened out there. But yeah, like that's kind of what it is. It's funny. Like back in the day, I used to delete the negative comments because I kind of thought that people were too stupid to think for themselves. So like they might go to the comment section and be like, hey, I'm about to drop a comment. This was a great video. I want to drop a comment. And then they'd go back down there and they'd be like, seeing all these, oh, what a terrible cut. Don't listen to this guy. This guy needs to go back to school. And then they start thinking, you know what? That was a terrible cut. Because they can't think for themselves. And there's a lot of people in this world that can't think for themselves and need other people to think for them. And it's just kind of funny, you know, how that is. Because at the end of the day, let's say you're about to go meet somebody, right? And right before you meet them, one of your other friends says, listen, man, this guy's a real piece of shit. You don't really want to associate with this guy. Now you go in there with this information, you meet the guy turns out to be a nice guy. You're thinking to yourself, like, why is Wavy Kid telling me this guy is no good? Why? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, you got to take it at face value. You got to treat people, you know, the way they treat you with respect, and you can't really listen to all the noise. Somebody says something about somebody, good, that's your opinion of them. I'll form my own. I can think for myself, you know? So, with that being said, we're pulling up on the shop. I got a lot of stuff to do. Be on the lookout for these reviews. Of course, we're going to be reviewing the double foil from Babyliss, the UV foil. We have the new Cocoa trimmers, and we got the new Cocoa clippers, and we're going to be doing the WesTech blade, which this should be the most interesting one, because I think we're all kind of looking for a solution there, man. Otherwise, why would there be a blur guard? Why would there be a Fat Master blade? And why not have one of these blades? So, you know, if it works, if I could really do a skin fade without touching another guard on my station, I'm going to be happy. But I imagine I'm also going to have a little bit of a learning curve with this, which I accept that. So I will begin my learning process right now, and I'll go ahead and tell you. He said, Wavy Cut said, I heard the Cocoa trimmer snap. I can't wait for the WesTech review. And yeah, man, I'm filming them all today. I will start releasing them one at a time. And possibly for the members, I'll probably release them early to you guys when they're done. But like I said, man, it's been wild, dude. I've been traveling so much that I finally got to touch ground on home. home base here, and I don't have to travel. I don't have to travel for about 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I got to go to Vegas, and we'll be doing another show out in Vegas. So I can say one thing about the Westech trimmers so far. When I went to the booth, they had like a bunch of hair kind of sitting there on a mat, and you could try to cut them. And they also had a babeless trimmer as well sitting there. And I gotta say, it definitely hit better than that babeless trimmer that was sitting there. I think we're at a point in time where there's a lot of great trimmers out here to choose from. But the other side of it is, the other thing that made me curious was it has a digital brushless motor. And having the background that I do in all these things now, I know that that's actually the same motor that's in the Saber clipper and the same motor that's in the Saber trimmer. And I know that those are some great motors. So I'm very excited to see how good that goes. And I'll break down an honest review because I'm not affiliated with this company. I bought this with my own money. And if it turns out that you do want to buy one, you guys could use my code with Fort Worth Barber Supply. They told me yesterday that they do carry those. And you guys can use that code, and you guys can save some money if it turns out that you do want to buy those. So he said, me and the wife hitting Vegas for like 3 days to see Usher. It's my first time out in Vegas. Yo, I love Vegas, man. I love Vegas. Vegas is something different. I mean, it's kind of weird, man. You go out there and you feel like you're somebody else. I mean, people just go to Vegas and they do weird shit, and it's pretty dope. You're gonna have a good time out there, man. It's hard not to have a good time in Vegas because, in my experience, every time I've been there, I never felt unsafe. I always felt like, the atmosphere was great. I just had fun. They got crazy looking restaurants all over the place there. I mean, we went to one that was like a bookshelf. You literally have to pull a book to open the restaurant. They got a lot of exclusive places too that you can't get to unless you know somebody. Vegas is a weird, it's like a cliquey town, So once you start to figure it out a little bit, it's a lot of fun to go there no matter what, I guess, whether you figure it out or you don't. But so, all right, gentlemen, I got to get started. Otherwise, I'm going to get nothing done if I keep yapping to you guys. So I appreciate you all for jumping in and joining me. If you haven't got a chance, go check out the low fade video that I dropped yesterday. Show me some love on that video. I need it. And I will catch you guys in the next video soon. All right. This is the YouTube Barber Academy. I'm Mr. Eddie Barber, and I'm out of here. Peace.